Hot tag time. It's been a while. If you don't remember how this works, because nothing's happened in the past few weeks, we have 5 minutes to talk about whatever topics have been going on in wrestling this week that we can cram in together. Going to start the time right now and start with Hunico being suspended or injured. They haven't really specified 100%, but it seems more
Uh,
like being injured than
they've
suspended.
clarified though on WrestleNews.com that he has been injured.
It is an injury.
Uh,
Okay.
He tore his
yeah,
ACL.
yeah. William Regal just wants to make him look hard
I'm
because
assuming that they're just waiting until WrestleMania when Sin Cara gets some kind of an injury and he can fill in and fight Rey Mysterio.
now apparently he's coming back in January now. He won't be back for a while, Hunico. Just because the fact that the injury apparently is severe.
Huh. Another one, Cranky Vince, or at Cranky Vince at Twitter, suggested that Jack Swagger might have requested his release, but now they're actually saying that Jack Swagger is back on the house shows and might be making his return soon. So I guess that's kind of not necessarily happening. But has a new haircut again, and I just want him to turn babyface.
I don't blame the guy really because they have misused him. You know, since winning the United States Championship, he won it, lost it to Santino, got dumped by his tag team partner, and then literally had his manager, who's supposed to give him this big push, leave him. So I don't blame him. I don't blame Swagger for if because literally that for me it would be extremely frustrating for anybody in that position. You keep getting promised pushes, you get them stalled. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's because of marijuana and all that rubbish," but the guy is literally the one of the best pure athletes you've got on the roster, and you're not pushing him. How the hell is he going to evolve? He had a pretty good feud with the Big Show when he was on SmackDown once upon a time after losing the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I guess we're
I thought
just
it
gonna
was
have to.
during his reign.
No, no, after the reign. You remember when they started introducing the ankle lock into his repertoire?
Oh yes, yeah, and they had him soften up the ankle right before Big Show started feuding with I think Punk
Yeah,
afterwards. Yeah, okay. It's kind
it
of like
was a
a
good.
mini feud on TV.
Yeah, it was actually a nice little character change that I wanted them to sort of focus on.
Yeah, they were
You know,
showing his aggressive side because
yeah,
he'd been like this, jockey goofball for like the whole 3 years he was on TV, and now they were finally showing what happens if he snaps, you'll snap your ankle. Kind of
yeah.
Kurt Angle territory, but not. But yeah, it was interesting.
Well, hopefully he gets back into the swing of things.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's talk a little Fandangoo.
Let's not.
Is he gonna do puns again, like one-liners?
Johnny
Is he gonna
Curtis,
cut the cake? Like, what was it? What was he that he was doing before?
he was doing the pun
Uh,
thing, and he was doing the
yeah,
whole
yeah. He's
the.
doing the pun thing. Maybe he'll take the cake this time.
I admittedly liked that. I thought it was so
Maybe
fucking
he'll
stupid.
cut the mustard this time. Actually, what else is he saying?
I'm
Like,
personally such a huge
oh,
fan of puns that I would fucking love
he
that. I
is
just ate it
he is
up.
no longer crying over any spilt milk. Just to clarify,
The
he's the
Fandango
ace in
thing,
the
though.
hole.
Fandango is just kind of stupid to me. We did this about Brodus Clay that we said that was awful, and we eventually started liking it. I don't know about Fandango. I didn't watch
Well,
SmackDown
to
this
be
week.
fair, on the Brodus thing, it's because he wasn't like his vignettes weren't suggesting that was going to be his gimmick. It's kind of like a shock. We built this guy up as a monster. Now he's debuting as
Right.
the dancing Funkasaurus. But had he been like kind of built up that way, it wouldn't have pissed as many people off. But like he ended up doing the role perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I think he suited the gimmick fairly well. So as you were saying, you can't really judge this before it happens, but it's Johnny Curtis.
Yeah, it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things because Johnny
Yeah,
Curtis is
exactly.
has just been floundering since day one. He's on his fast track to DJ Gabriel territory.
Well, saying that,
Actually,
with Curtis, one of the best feuds he had was when he re-debuted on Next. Um, and there were who was he? He was feuding over
Derek
uh,
Bateman,
Derek Bateman over his main squeeze. What was the name?
Maxine.
Maxine. That's it. So he was feuding over Maxine. That was actually one of the best feuds he had, and it was Great little back and forth. He was playing mind games with everybody, and he did play the heel role rather well. And I think one of the reasons why his push stalled over the last time was because they fed him to Mark Henry.
Hmm.
They shouldn't have done that. The fact that he was rather this disgruntled, sarcastic.
Oh, look at that. Time is up. We tried to rush all that. Ah, fuck it. Let's just talk about one more thing. Who cares anymore? The only other thing I really wanted to talk about was apparently the story that came out a few weeks ago that somebody spoke up to Vince McMahon and told him that he was old and didn't know what he was doing anymore and all that kind of
Well, yeah,
stuff.
out of touch.
Now there's been some more confirmation that it was John Cena. I thought originally that John Cena made no sense for that, but no, look at that. I'm totally wrong. If it
If
was
it's
Cena,
true.
maybe it was Cena complaining, saying, "Hey, back when we start doing Survivor Series, why don't you switch up the thing after announcing the matches?"
Well, as
Uh,
far as I'm concerned, right, it probably hasn't made a lick of sense, has it? Still, because whoever's complained to Vince McMahon, if it was John Cena or not, has still not getting their way, are they? Because Vince is totally negating on the bloody Survivor Series card.
Right. We will run that down next
yes,
week, and
absolutely.
really, we are really gonna like tear that up.
Oh, I'm already pissed about it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: we all think that this is just horrible planning and just a pain in the ass. But we'll
Poor
talk about
planning creates piss poor performance.
right. We'll talk more about that when we do the predictions next week. Next part, we are going to go into the best WWE champion of all time tournament, and then we're going to do the TNA predictions in part 4.
And then Shoney's
Oh,
going to send
goody.
me his ass.